going to be checking out the brand new driving power update. In this update, we have the 2003 Bentley Speed 8 returns and some bug fixes. But before we check this out, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so let's just be for real. This update really has nothing new. But let's talk about why that might be. What are they working on that's causing it to be nothing new? I mean, I don't know exactly what it could be, but I think I have a few ideas. We'll go over that in a minute, but just in case you didn't know, this is the Bentley Speed 8 right here. It's got a limited rerun, and there's only 4,764 remaining, or it'll last 6 days, depending on what happens first, if it sells out, or if the timer runs out, and it looks like, how much are they charging for this rerun? Let's go see how much it would cost you if you wanted to get this limited. So if we go to new vehicles, this is the car right here. Okay, let's see how much they are charging for it. $12 million. That's kind of outrageous for this car. But yeah, I guess, you know, if you really want this limited, go ahead and get it for $12 million. That's how much it costs to get this. It's a pretty cool looking car. I don't personally use it too much, but who knows? Maybe some of you guys will enjoy it if you don't already have it. So I guess you can go ahead and get that. And then they've also done some bug fixes. Now, I actually have a list of those, so let's pull up the list of bug fixes that they did, just to kind of see, because those are the main things that actually are what they're saying this update's about, the bug fixes. Supposedly, they fixed a lot of bugs, they said, so let's see what they are. Alright, so here is supposedly the list of bug fixes they gave me. They have the customization HUD UI no longer disappears when opening store inside of swap vehicles. I have no clue what that means, but supposedly they fixed it. The witch's broomstick is fixed. Okay, I'll show you what that is in a minute, but that's a big one that they're fixing. Cache boost menu syncs with HUD. I don't know what that means. Ads UX experience fixed. No clue what that is. HUD UI does not appear when I don't know what that is. I honestly don't know what any of these are. Race checkpoint should not register. Yeah, I really don't know what any of these mean. I mean, I kind of get race checkpoint should register, but like, I think we already had working race checkpoints, so I don't know what that means. Only one I know is the witch's broomstick, so let me show you what they fixed. Alright, so if you go over here to, I think, motorcycles, the witch's broomstick right here, it was broken for a period of time, but it's back. It took them months, but yo, this thing is such a fire vehicle. I think it's the fastest vehicle in game, because like once you get it flying, it really goes like 1,000 miles per hour or something ridiculous, and it wasn't even working for the last few months. And if you had this event vehicle, you were probably annoyed, like, yo, why is my witch's broomstick broken? But luckily, it's now fixed, so if you all want to use your witch's broomstick, you want to go 1,000 miles per hour again, I think it should be fixed, so you can do that, hopefully. Yeah, but this is one of the weirdest vehicles in game. It's got chassis unlike any other car, or vehicle in game. It's just like really, really weird how it moves. But why did they add nothing new in this update? Like, you might be like, what the heck, bro? They added some bug fixes that probably should have been added ages ago anyways. You know, it seems like some of these bugs have been around for a long time. So they added some bug fixes, and they brought back that limited Bentley, but that basically means they added nothing new. Why did they add nothing new? Let's see if we can figure it out. So, I'm guessing maybe we haven't had like a big brand update in a while. I think the last new brand we got might have been Ultima, but like that's not a big brand. That's more like a filler brand. We got the Ultimas. Yeah, we got two of these. We got these Ultimas, and this is not, you know, a big new brand, I'm pretty sure. So that was like the newest brand we've gotten in game. And then before that, we got Aston Martin, and they've also been dragging these Aston Martin updates out. Like, they've had 3 of them now, so they're really just trying to get filler updates out. It seems like they're trying to get, you know, updates with Aston Martins. They purposely didn't add the Aston Martin right here, this one, the Victor, they didn't add this so they could delay it, or it's not so they could delay, so they could have another update. So they purposely didn't add this with an update. It was supposed to come in, they delayed adding it, and then added it a week later as an update. So it seems to me like they are really trying to stretch out these updates. What's going on? You know, are they out of ideas at Drive Empire? What are they doing? Because it seems like for the last few updates now, it's just been filler content, and they got nothing new to add. Well, I think I might know why that is. So the first main reason is I think there's a big brand incoming. You know, they've done this before in the past where they really like drag it out and have no good updates for a while. And then you know what we got? I'm pretty sure it was Lamborghinis last time. You know, it was like they were dragging it and the updates just seemed to never be getting good. Then out of nowhere, out of the blue, Lamborghinis came along and saved the day. You know, the updates were good again, for a bit at least. So the Lamborghinis was a big brand that like, you know, we were waiting on a big brand, and there were like tons of filler updates, just like right now, and then they added Lamborghinis. So my thought is, what if there's a new big brand coming? You know, some examples of what it could be. Maybe Bugatti, maybe Ferrari. I saw a lot of people wanting BMW, so maybe BMW. Those are like the big 3 brands that people are asking for still. So You know, I'm not sure. I'm not saying we're getting any of those, but it seems, you know, kind of likely for them to be working on a big brand or something like that because of, you know, how you know, these updates are getting dragged out. It seems like something big is incoming. Now, another reason is it's the holiday season. You know, Halloween is almost here, and Christmas is gonna be here pretty soon too. So they might be working on big events. Now, I think they actually sent out a teaser for a Halloween event. We'll look at that kind of quickly now, but I'll analyze and talk about a Halloween event in tomorrow's video. We'll talk more about what could be coming, but let's just at least look at the teaser that they just gave us. So they said the dead are restless and so are the drivers. We're thrilled to announce the Spookfest 2025 is arriving to Driving Empire next Thursday as a part of the Roblox Halloween Spotlight. So I'm pretty sure that means they'll be doing an event in partnership with Roblox, which is cool. But I'm gonna be for real with you guys. Anytime they've done events with Roblox, the events seem to be worse than if it was just like the game itself having the event. Not to be negative or anything, but it's true. Like, I feel like every time the theme event has to do with Roblox, it ends up being lamer than if it could have been just a Driving Empire event. That's my personal take. Let me know what you think about that. And I guess we can see what they showed us. A zombie coming out of the ground. Yikes. That's about it. Wow. No, I'm gonna be for real, that's a little disappointing. You know, Halloween events have always been big at Driving Empire, and I don't think we've had a bad Halloween event necessarily, ever. I feel like all of them have been really good, and from what I'm seeing here, you know, they usually tease like the buildings that are gonna be at the event, or, you know, the vehicles that might be coming with it, but so far, I'm not seeing anything. They teased a zombie arm coming up. Very disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. They're letting me down right now. You know, I feel like in past years, we've had really good Halloween events, and I don't think I've ever been let down by one at Driving Empire, but this year, it's not seeming like, I don't know, man. I don't love the Roblox partnership events. Hopefully this one doesn't disappoint, but in the past, it seems like they haven't been the best, but we'll see. You know what? We'll see. Hopefully, though, this is just like every other year where they have a Spookfest site somewhere on the map. I mean, usually by now, though, they have, like, things going on the map. Like last year, there was an island forming right here where the Halloween event was. Usually, you know, like we get teasers placed around the map and stuff, and we've only gotten like one so far, but I don't know, man. We'll go more in depth into that in the next video. But I think that's probably one of the things they're working on. Maybe this event will be big, and maybe I'm just not, you know, they're not teasing it, so that's why I'm not seeing how big it's gonna be. Sorry to disappoint if this week's update, you know, wasn't as amazing as previous updates, but give the devs some slack, you know. I know I hated a little bit in this video, but I mean, maybe they're cooking something big up. We don't know. We just gotta wait and see what's next. But yeah, I do think that's everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this video. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check the video on screen here. YouTube, thanks to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.